firstly, John, after 3 away games, it must be nice to have the chance to run out at the One Stadium again, where unbeaten in the league, so hopefully that can continue on Saturday.
It is, that's the aim. Going to try and make it a fortress. I think we have this season. I think there's only Doncaster that beat us in the cup, so we're looking forward to it, putting the wrongs from last week and putting them all right.
You were very strong about the performance last week. What has happened this week? Because I guess you can't dwell on it too long because it becomes a negative. You've got to motivate everybody, haven't you? So you've got to turn it all around.
Yeah, well, I think it's been a long week, to be honest. I think Monday couldn't come quick enough for me. So I got everybody in, all the staff, all the players, and there's a few things that I had to say, get off my chest about everything, to be honest. Players give us answers. They had their own meeting as well, by the way, before that, so they come upstairs. Then it wasn't a debate, what I was telling them. So we had a good chat on the Monday, got through what I needed to get through, and then Jed's on the video with them, and I stood at the back, and that was it. And the net, I wanted a response. We done that in the afternoon because we trained in the morning. There was a response in the morning, which is seen on the grass. Then we done what I just spoke about, and then we went onto the grass on Tuesday, and then there was another response. So I've seen what I needed to see. Now the big thing is doing it on a Saturday in front of the fans.
How much does it hurt you personally? Because obviously after a game where the team haven't performed how you wanted to, then you've got to come straight out and do press, and then you've got to think all day Sunday about how you're going to build the team back up for the week. How much does it hurt you?
It does. It hurts you because it's pride, it's everything. Because you're a winner. I've been at the club a long time. This is my 8th season, I think. Been through some good times, been through some difficult times. You're fighting, one end of the table, you're fighting the bottom end of the table. So, we've gone through all them experiences and them emotions and everything else, and it's been a nice journey and a difficult one at times. So the thing about it now is football always gives you the opportunity to try and put things right, and what we've done collectively as staff and as players that represent you and represent the club and the fans that go out on the pitch wasn't acceptable last week in terms of the performance. So opportunity comes again. You have a full week to prepare. You've got Colchester. We know what they do, we know what they play. They've had a few little decent results themselves. I think they're unbeaten in 3, and they got through against Crewe last week at home. So the thing for us now is that's the next challenge, and that's just to go and win the game and go and perform and put a show on in front of our fans. But the biggest thing is picking 3 points, because we're the only team in League 2 at the moment who hasn't got to win.
How do you build confidence? Because confidence, if you've had a knockback the week before, because confidence is something mental, not physical. How do you do that during the week to, motivate the players and get them, feeling good about themselves after a disappointing result?
Well, you have to get round them, but at the same time, there's got to be things that need to be said, which have been said, and then you see the character, you see who's up for the fight. We're only 6 games gone, by the way, as well. At the same time, we don't want to turn into 9 and 10 like we did last season, but that's on us all collectively. But we can't play the game for the players. We can, the saying, you can lead the horse to water, but he's not you can't make him drink. At the end of the day is that we're all in this together, and we want to get us, 3 points as quickly as possible and move on from there, which we done last year. So the opportunity comes now with Colchester. In terms of the character building, the motivating and everything else that comes from me, Jed, and the rest of the staff for the players, but they've got to take that on board, and they've got to then go and perform on the pitch.
And because you are such a small coaching staff, there's a big emphasis on the likes of your experienced players to help your younger players. Have you seen that this week as well? Yeah,
they have, because they call their own meeting, to be honest. So, as I said earlier on, when we started the interviews, that they wanted to have the meeting themselves, so we put training back 15 minutes. So they had a chat amongst themselves. Don't know what the outcome was that, but as I said to you, what I did see on the grass was the answers. So that was on the Monday. Then I had my own meeting in terms of them all, not me personally, me and Jed and the rest of the staff. And it wasn't a debate, it was things that I had to tell them, and I told them. So at the end of the day, we're in this together, they all know that. And we've seen the answers going forward the rest of this week now. So, everyone's catastrophizing. The 6 games gone. 6 games gone. I know the importance of winning games. I want to win every single game I play. I never set a team up to go out and get 1 point. I never set a team up to go out and draw a game. I never set a team up to go out and see what we can get. I set a team up to go and win a game of football. It's as simple as that. You analyse it when you finish the game, go, okay, I'd have took a point before the match, or you can say that, but you analyse how the performance. Now, if you played really, really well and you got a point, then you wanted the 3 points. and you speak about that. But I've never set a team up, I never will set a team up to go out for a draw. I'll set a team up to go and win a game of football, and then you take it from there. You change it tactically if you have to, but I've never ever, and will never ever set a team up to get 1 point or sell me teams or give any signs to the opposition that you're going out to get a point, because you're not. We're going out every single week to try and win football matches, and that's on us all collectively, but the players have to perform.
Obviously 12:30 kick-off tomorrow. Just to get that win would be such relief before, and then you can sit back at 3 o'clock and watch all the other results. I think it'll be a collective relief for everybody, for you, the fans, the staff, everybody wants it. So you know, it's the pressure. I guess the pressure's on, but it's just so important, isn't it?
It is so important, Amy, but the pressure's on because we're in this industry where pressure comes from every angle. So at the end of the day, that's what you do the job for. I was a professional footballer myself, so I know the pressures in being a player. I know the pressures that you put on yourself, that the demands of the game when you go out there and play football. So I know the pressures when I've stepped into on the other side of it, which is the coach's side of it. So there's pressures within that. You've got to deal with the pressure, and the answers is on a Saturday or on a Tuesday when you kick off.
You said you were disappointed with just one shot on target last week. You've got so many creative players in. I guess you've been working on that this week to make sure there's more chances.
There is, you've got to create more chances. I mean, you know, Tyler's at the crossbar last week. Tyler's had an header, he's put to the side of the goal. I think Coyley's had a shot, went straight to the keeper. So we've analysed everything. So you've got to create more. We've got to, when they do come, you've got to take them. So it's as simple as that. You've got to be better than the opposition. You've got to keep the ball out the back of the net in one box and put it in the back of the net in the other box.
You've been without experienced players like Vaz Rawson, Conor Grant. Are they on the way back? Is there any injury update at the moment?
Yeah, Faz is probably going to be next week, so we'll see how he goes after this weekend. Conor Grant, he's similar, he's on the same path as Farran Rawson, and Sean Whalley is day-to-day, week-to-week with his quad.
I mean, it'll be such a boost to get those experienced players back, won't it?
Yeah, well, that's, you can, you know, they've got all the experience in the world. They're helping around in the dressing room in terms of getting around the players, you know, giving a little tips here and there, and supporting the players and the ones, supporting the squad that gets named. So it's invaluable, that.